Currently in the United States, there are only 9 states that allow physician-assisted death, which are California, Oregon, New Jersey, Colorado, Washington, Vermont, Hawaii, Montana, and Maine. There are many people who say that terminally ill patients should not have the right to die, while others say that they should. The sources I utilized for this presentation are the New York Times, Yale University, and the American Health Association. Those who are terminally ill should have the right to die with the assistance of a physician. 3 points that I will cover today are under what circumstances it is appropriate, my grandmother's circumstances, and the controversy that surrounds this topic. For someone to have an assisted physician of death, they must be, what I believe, terminally ill, in physical pain, unable to act for themselves, or a condition that prohibits them from acting for themselves. It should not just be made available for everybody who is ill, but only for those who are terminally ill, because this is a real problem and it must be taken seriously. My grandmother's circumstances, both my grandma on my dad's side and on my mom's side, they both have had a lot of challenges that they've had to endure and still are going through. My grandma, on my dad's side, so my dad's mom, was diagnosed with stage 4 vaginal cancer, and when the doctors told her that, they also told her that she would only have about 6 months more to live. And so we were all sad and preparing to say our goodbyes to her, but miraculously, through her going to her chemo and radiation treatment, she was able to recover, and today she does not have cancer. Though she recovered, there are those who do not, and my mama is one of those who has not recovered, and his condition is continually getting worse. She has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's and has had it for a couple of years now, and she's also now in a nursing home, and she used to live with us, but she became too much for us to handle with all the things that we also had going on, because I am one of 9 siblings and the 7th child, and I'm homeschooled, so my mom had to teach us and also had to help her mom, and so we decided that it would be best to put her in a nursing home. And so every time though we go to see her and visit her, she can't get out of bed, she can't use the restroom, she can't bathe herself, she can't feed herself most of the time. She's lost a lot of weight since she's been in there, and it's sad to see the condition that she's in, but ever since I have been around her in the beginning, she's always said that she wanted to die because the circumstances that she was in and the pain that she had to endure was a lot, and she just didn't want to have to go through it, and she would rather have people remember her the way she was instead of the way she is now, and have a dignified death. And so I strongly believe that if she were mentally stable and not mentally incapacitated, that she would have chosen to have a physician-assisted death. The controversy that surrounds this topic there are many different opinions and little details that all matter. There's annually research shows that there are only 1.4% of deaths annually are from assisted physician deaths. So it may sound like a small number, but it is related to a much bigger problem, and that problem is terminally ill patients not being able to have that right to die with an assisted physician's death. Lots of people say that it is just suicide with the help of a doctor, which they also say goes against everything a doctor stands for. But aren't doctors also supposed to help their patients who are in pain and help them get relief from it? There was a doctor, Jack Kevorkian, who started to help his patients in a different way by providing assisted deaths for his terminally ill patients. He helped around 120 people, and then he was arrested and charged with second-degree murder and had to serve 8 years for the help that he had given. People who are not terminally ill should not say whether those who are have the right to an assisted physician death, and it should really be up to those who are terminally ill and what they want. We should not be the people who are preventing people from relief from their pain. Because what is a life if a person cannot do what they want to or live the way they can or want? So it is my opinion that people should have the right to die if they are terminally ill.